Welcome back to Ion Radio. I'm John.
And I'm Ken.
And today we're playing Alpha Strike.
That we are, John.
So this is going to be the first time we're going to do Alpha Strike as an episode and not a live stream.
Right, yeah.
And Ken and I have actually played Alpha Strike, not recorded because I actually think it's a really fun game. Mm-hmm. And we decided to do something a little bit different because, you know us. I really am excited to play tanks because in classic BattleTech it's pretty fiddly. And so I brought an entire army of tanks and he brought clan mechs. So what did you have today?
So I've got a star of Jade Falcon. I've got some typically not Jade Falcon mechs actually, but that's okay. So I've got the Cauldron-born, I've got a Vulture, I've got a Thor. What else do I have? A Mad Cat and...
An Ulner?
Yeah, and a Euler.
Yeah, you should be shamed. Not just because you're Jade Falcon, but because you didn't use the right names.
I'm not in my face paint today, John.
Oh, man. So I'm playing a militia of tanks that are out way in the periphery that Smoke Jaguar is going to stomp before they start into the invasion corridor. I'm bringing a lot of tanks, though. So
you got quite a few. How many tanks do you have today, John?
I'm bringing 18 vehicles. I'm bringing 4 LRM carriers, 4 Bulldogs, 4 Scorpions, 4 Savannah Masters, and 2 Schrek PPC Carriers. So, because that's really, like, technically Ken has 1 star and I have 4.5 lances, we've divided it up so when we're playing the game, Ken's going to operate each one of his mechs as a unit, and then all of my different vehicles are going to form a unit as well. So the Schrek PPC Carriers will form 1 unit of 2, and all the others will just be lances of their own vehicles. So then initiative's not really wonky.
So we are going to play the Death from Above Wargaming mission Pitched Battle. We're going to do a slight change to kind of work with how we're playing. So just for making the notes here, and we'll have this in the description below also, each one of my OmniMechs is worth 4 points. Each one of John's tanks is worth 1, with the exception of the Shreks, which are going to be worth 2. Shrek, whatever. They're going to blow up. It won't matter.
You got a lot of firepower to put down a lot of armor.
I really do, and as we go into the specifics, we'll see just how much, because I am pretty much skill 2 with 1 skill 1 mech warrior. So this ought to be interesting. So here is my Jade Falcon star. We're going to start out, we have the Timberwolf. That is my skill 1 pilot. He's kind of the leader of this group. I have an Ebon Jaguar, skill 2. I have the Mad Dog on the side there, also at skill 2. The Summoner at skill 2 on the right there up on the top. And of course the Kit Fox on the bottom left there next to the Timberwolf, also at skill 2. I have a sum total of 307 PV.
So here are all of my tanks. We have the LRM carriers, the Schrek PPC carriers, the 4 Bulldogs, the 4 Scorpions, and then the 4 Savannah. My list comes to a total of 310 BV. And we'll have to see how fast Ken kills me. So can he attrish my forces down faster than I can is really what this game's going to come down to.
All right, here we go. We are in the beginning of our first Alpha Strike game that's being recorded.
So Ken has some green dice, and I got some white dice because mine are all in urban camo. We're going to roll for initiative to see who has to move onto the board first.
5 for me, 8 for you.
Looks like the Falcons make the first move.
That's okay. I'm going to be the aggressor here. So since I lost initiative, I had to start my moving first. Essentially just moving my forces forward, and right now I believe we're out of extreme range, John, all units?
Correct.
So we're just positioning. I've got the Vulture and the Ebon Jaguar sprinting up to try and position themselves. Everything else, slow march forward. What about you, John, and your
My tanks
blisteringly fast
are
tanks?
very, very slow. So this is sprinting on, barely got anywhere. So I've decided to position most of my units down here, and then I have my Savannah Masters that can move crazy fast all the way over here. But there is nothing in range, so we're going to move on to turn 2.
All right, here we are into turn 2. We're going to start with our initiative roll and see what happens. As a reminder, only 12 turns max, or until I blow all of John's tanks up.
Well,
Oh, jeez.
you can move first again.
Thank you so much, dice. I hate these dice. Hate these dice.
The last time they worked really well for you.
So here we go, turn 2 movement again, shifting my forces forward. As you can see, I've got the Kit Fox and the Ebon Jag moving forward over here with the Vulture kind of going in the middle, and then the Summoner and the Timberwolf looking at the other side. Again, this having initiative and losing it is not working for me. John, what about you?
So I pretty much just slow advanced everything at a sprinting because it's still slow. And then my LRM carriers here just moved so I can try to lob some missiles. I kept one of my Savannah over here to spot on this Vulture, and then the rest of them moved into reserve if that one dies over here. So let's get into some shooting.
So first shot, we're going to go from the Vulture into your Savannah Master. I'm not going to spot, and I'm rolling 4 to hit because we're at long. And the number I need is 7, 11, 10, because we're at long range, right?
Correct.
All right, so I need 10s. Here we go. Nothing hits, all misses.
I'm fine with that.
So here we've got the long range shot, Ebon Jaguar against one of your Bulldogs on my right, John's left.
That's just poor positioning in my half.
So I need an 8. Let's see if I get something. I want to hit something here. 3. Oh, I am not hitting anything today, John.
So here we go. An LRM barrage at this Vulture way down here. I need 11s, 4 for my pilot, 4 for extreme range, 2 because of your movement, plus I'm spotting with this little Savannah Master here. So 11s. I get to roll this 4 times and see if we get lucky. Here we go. First roll. That's a hit.
Wow, you actually got one, John.
I know. Look at me go.
Not expecting that.
Neither was I.
Yeah, that's on the Vulture, correct?
That is on the Vulture. And then the second one. Raining down some inner sphere. That's a total miss.
Yep.
I think that's going to be my one hit. If you
close.
play the odds, that's going to be the hit. That's going to be nothing either.
Yeah.
Close.
Close.
And then the last one. Could we do 2 damage to the Vulture?
No.
No, really, really close. Next turn, maybe. Okay, and that is all of the shooting rounds, because these guys, my Bulldogs, don't have good line of sight. Or range. They don't have any range. The Inner Sphere Militia drew first blood, so let's roll up now turn 3 initiative to see what else happens.
Yes, you have invoked the fury of the clans. 7.
11. That's what I needed for my LRM.
Well, at least you're getting on an initiative, not onto hit rolls.
Yeah, this is like a completely different game than we normally play. So I'll wait to see where you move and then go from there.
All right, so here we go with turn 3 movement. Got my forces moving up along the side of the mountain and through this valley, along with the Summoner and Timberwolf moving along this side, trying to taking out some of your Savannah Masters. But John, you kind of did something I was not quite expecting.
Okay, so LRMs push up, PPCs push up, Bulldogs kind of push up and hide. Savannah, these guys move up this hill. There might be some long-range shots, which kind of worries me. But then Savannah Master scattered, and I was able to get this guy to blast way forward and dodge all of your arcs, so I got a good spotter back there.
Well, let's get to shooting. So the Jade Falcon clan has one realistic shot. That's from the Timberwolf. We're going to go for the tank hanging out there on the hill. Skill is 1. We're at extreme range, so add 4 gives you 5, 2 for the TMM. And now I'm looking for 7s. So 3 dice. Let's see if I can get a 7. 3 hits.
Okay. That's going to be bad for that guy. He's going to be in force withdrawn. So now let's roll for a motive hit. What do you roll up?
7.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to make these attacks. We're going to shoot these 4 LRM batteries again at the Vulture. Apparently I needed to go after your Mad Cat, but whatever. It's long range, so 4 for my pilot, 3 for long range, 7, plus your 2, 9, plus being spotted, 10s, and I get 3 dice times 4. So let's see if we play the odds again. The numbers are starting to get smaller. Let's see what happens. That is nothing for the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second one. That is nothing again. And now we move on to the third one. The third one says maybe I could get a 5 or a 6. There we go. That's a crit.
Wow.
Bam! And then let's see what this crit is. On to the mech crit table.
Oh, that's an engine hit.
Yes, it is.
So +1 heat, 1 firing weapons.
Awesome. And then we're going to roll our last one. Still, 1 damage for this just lobbing missiles isn't too bad. And that's going to be 2 more hits.
I don't like these LRM carriers.
And these aren't even heavy LRM carriers. The heavy LRM carriers shoot 6 dice at long range, except they cost twice as much. Okay, I think that does it for the firing round.
So on to turn 4.
I'm pretty excited about that engine hit. And now we're moving to the next turn and see if these inner sphere, basically bandits, militia, is squarely gonna take out that Vulture, hopefully.
Well, we're going to find out. Let's see if we can't win some initiative for the clans. 11. Here's where you roll a 12.
Oh, close. I'll have to move first. Okay, so what I did first is this guy force withdrawed back toward my line. These tanks went up and hid behind this mountain. Then my LRM battery stood still. My PPCs tried to move up this hill. My Bulldogs stood still. And then I kind of scattered around. This guy moved just a little bit, but he's hiding behind this hill. This guy zoomed over here so he can spot to the Vulture. And then this guy over here decided he's going to probably shoot into the back of the Cauldronborn.
So on my end, the Evan Jaguar and the Mad Dog are moving forward. I'm going to try and get some more of these other tanks. Kit Fox ran up the side of the hill so that he can spot. Timberwolf moving up over this side of the hill. I want to try and attack some of his larger tanks. And the summoner has decided to turn around. I'm going to kill that thing that's sitting out over here.
Try to.
I'm
He's going to try to kill it. We're going to start first with my favorite, which is my LRM battery, shooting long range at your vulture. I stood still, so I get a -1, so in essence the piloting is 3. And then long range, 6. Plus your 2.
Yeah, it's 8.
Plus being spotted, 9s.
9.
So I get 4 rolls of 3 damage on 9s.
Okay.
Here we go. Maybe we could drop this vulture. There's another crit.
Ouch. All right, so it's 1 hit. All right. Well, it's a crit.
It's a 7.
So
I think
that's a
that
motive
is a motive hit.
Okay.
Okay. Then the second one. It's going to go. And that's going to be 2 more hits.
All right, well, he would be enforced withdrawal if he wasn't a
Clan. So that hit structure.
That hit structure.
So that's another crit. And that's going to be another motive hit.
Yeah.
And then, so that was 2.
Yeah.
And here's the third. And that's going to be a miss.
Okay.
And then we're going to do 1 more. And as long as this white dice is good, I'm going to kill it. And that's another
that would
crit.
Be a dead vulture.
Kaboom. The LRMs are doing their thing.
That's impressive, John. Very impressive.
Just got to grind you down over the course of a couple turns.
Like 3-4 turns, yeah.
Okay, let's get to the next shot. So now let's do this shot. My little shiny Savannah Master that could, medium range, into your rear. So because it's a rear shot, I get an additional 1. So I'm 4, plus medium, 5, plus your move, 7. So 2 shots of 7 into the butt of the Cauldron Born. 1 hit.
You got 1.
Just doing some damage. Slowly but surely. It's more damage than... I mean, honestly, the Savannah have allowed me to do a ton of damage.
They really have.
PPC shot for 9s into your mad... Or, I guess not a mad dog. That is a Timberwolf.
Yes. Well, you would say madcap.
Yes, I don't know what it is. Something unknown on the sensors. Just shoot it with a PPC. It doesn't really matter. It's the pirate way. And also the Kyoto way. Yeah. Same thing. So yeah, 3 attacks on 9s into Timber. That's going to be 1 hit, 2 hits.
2 hits. He's
And
fine though.
That is all of my attacks.
So here's the shot. Timberwolf into the big guy. I'm looking for 5s because you're not moving.
I mean, it's pretty much moving as fast as it can go.
Yeah, which...
Not very fast.
Not very fast. So looking for 5s on 4 dice. Let's see what I get. And 4 hits.
Okay, roll for a motive.
And a 5.
It is nothing.
Alright, so here we go. Summoner's going to go against the Savannah Master. We're going to add 2 dice of overheat. I'm looking for, what did I say, 8s?
8.
And I need to do 2 damage. And watch me roll like all 10s.
No, the dice that you complained about has been doing very well for you.
Suddenly did better.
So that's 5 points of damage?
That's 5 points of damage. I believe that is a dead Savannah Master.
It is. It's done its job, though.
Yeah, it has. So we're going to have the Vulture take its parting shots. We're going to go against that tank right there. I'm looking for a 5 because of the spotting. So I hit twice with my indirect fire. Awesome.
Okay. And roll for a motive hit.
7.
Nothing.
Okay, so here we go. We will now move into end round. Turn 5.
That Savannah Master traded up in points so much. I'm really happy with what he was able to do.
I'm actually really surprised between the. It's really not so much a Savannah Master, but all those LRM shots that are doing wonders.
Yes, they are. Now I can start picking apart another vehicle. Let's go. Let's do initiative.
Jeez.
Oh, I almost gave it to you there. So you're going to move first, and then the Savannah Masters can do their thing afterwards.
All right, so my clan, Max, what's left, are unfortunately kind of split up. I'm going to have to regroup here. But trying again, the Ebon Jag and the Kit Fox, working the Bulldogs. Thor is repositioning, trying to cool down. Mad Cat's doing what Mad Cats do, sucking up a lot of damage and trying to blow stuff up.
For me, my scouts moved up to try to force you into a position or not into a position. This one kept retreating. Both my PPC vehicles moved up here to hold down this entire lane. My LRMs moved forward so I could get better firing arc. These guys decided to come out around the thing. You backed up, which kind of put me at a weird range perspective. So they're going to be shooting over here. My Savannah Masters did what they did best. One guy sprinted over here to reposition. Another guy just moved behind you. This guy tried to get behind you, but wasn't able to. But hey, you know, a shot's still a shot. So let's move on to some shooting.
So we're going to make a couple shots. Let's start with the Kit Fox on the damaged Bulldog. He's going to roll 4 dice. I'm looking for 5s.
You need all 4 to hit. Kill me. All 4
hit. There's a destroyed Bulldog.
Bam. It's dead.
All right. The next shot, we're going to fire the Ebon Jaguar at the perfectly okay Bulldog next to it. I'm going to overheat 2 because we're at medium range. Adding 2 more dice in. Still looking for 5s.
2 heat.
2 heat. So 6 dice. We're looking for 5s on the perfectly good. Let's see if we can't get 6 5s.
Nope.
No. I got 3.
3.
And 3 that were 4. Almost one shot a Bulldog.
Yeah, roll for a motive hit.
5.
No, you've had 0 luck with these motive hits.
All right, long shot. Summoner to the tank that was just damaged. I need 7s, and I need, what, 3 hits? And I'm rolling 3 dice. This ought to be fun. All misses.
That's because I praised your dice the last game. Or last attack.
I think you did.
Yeah, and did that intentionally.
So, Timberwolf's going to fire at the middle Scorpion. Long range, 4 dice. I need 1, 2, 5 to hit.
Okay.
And that's
Kabam.
4 hits. That blows it up.
Is dead. You're starting to do some damage to me.
You're in range now, John.
I know, I've been trying to play the range game pretty well.
So far, you've been succeeding.
We're going to start off with Savannah Master into the back of your Kit Fox. And I need 6s, which is kind of crazy. 4 plus your movement, 6. We're definitely close range, and I get an extra dice.
An extra die.
So let's get some 6s. Bam!
Wow, there's
2 hits.
Still of armor.
Okay, and then we're going to attack with some tanks. And those are going to be my Bulldogs. So we're going to start with this guy. He gets 2 shots at medium range. So he's a 4, 5 for range. I'm looking for 7s. Here we go for some 7s.
It's 1 hit.
Yep. And that's all your armor, right? So this is all going into your core?
No, internal hits.
Okay, so this tank's going to go. And we're going to look for 7s again. Oof.
No.
That's definitely not. So then this lead tank that already got killed is going to shoot into you.
Into the kit box?
Yep.
Okay.
Also needing 7s. And that's 1 hit.
1 hit.
And I believe that causes a crit.
Yeah, it does.
So let's see if I can crit you. For 5.
So that's nothing.
Wah, wah, wah. And now the last tank's going to shoot into you. If I get 2 hits, you're dead.
I actually just need 1.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 5
yeah.
to kill. Yep.
Cool. Here we go. Can we get the 1 hit on 7? Yes.
Yeah, you overkilled it there, John. But
Boom.
it is now a dead mech.
Okay. Then let's jump to the other side. So we're going to do this attack into your side. Only get 1 die. Sadly, I wasn't able to get into your rear yet. And I need 7s. For Snake Eyes.
Yeah, no luck.
Womp womp womp. Okay. These guys, just being out of range, decided instead they're going to spot for my LRM, which are at long range. So 4, 5, 6, 7, plus long, we're looking at 10s. But we're rolling 3 dice. That's not bad. So 4 sets of 3 dice against you. Looking for 10s. First set. Nothing. Oh, that was the 6 too. That was where it needed to happen. And then the second set.
Nope.
Nothing.
Oh, your LRMs are...
Third set. The pilots got a little drunk on some champagne when they shut down that mad dog. Last set. Nope.
Ouch.
Nothing that time.
Oh, I feel for you, John.
Yeah, no, you don't. Let's just be honest, you don't. And then these tanks are going to shoot 3 into you, and they're going to be 4, 7, 9s. So let's see if we can get some damage on you. So with 9s, we get to roll this twice. Not going to happen.
No.
Man, this has been some pretty horrendous fire from me. And 2 hits.
Well, see what happened, John, is everyone got so excited that the Kit Fox and the Mad Dog were taken down, they just forgot how to shoot.
Yes, they did. I think that rounds up our shooting phase. We got some dead things.
Yeah, we do.
Boom. That was a pretty good round at the beginning for me for killing your Kit Fox, but then the pretty much complete whiff on your Mad Cat was kind of disappointing. So let's see, what turn are we even on?
We are on turn 6. And I believe this one goes up to turn 12, right?
Yes, it does. Halfway through the game. Halfway through your mechs. Here we go, initiative.
7 to 8. Ah, come on!
Hey, normally you win more initiatives.
I've won 1 initiative so far, John. Usually I roll 12s for initiative.
I bet. Playing the odds.
So once again, I lost initiative. I pulled the Mad Cat back, trying to stay out of range of the PPC haulers. Summoner's moving up a little bit. I knew these tanks were going to be coming in. The Bulldogs need to go. Same thing with the Ebon Jag. I moved him back, trying to bring them out into me. Unfortunately, your Savannah Masters had a slightly different plan here, John.
Yeah, so these guys are moving over here, and this guy's retreating still. So these guys Ken just barely keeps moving them out of medium range so they can't shoot. My PPC and my LRMs are all staying still here so I can rain down some fire. These guys came around this rock bend and are charging right toward the Cauldronborn. and then these two guys zip behind because that's where I need them. If I need them to spot, they can. And then this guy zip behind your Mad Cat. So let's lay down some fire.
All right, here we are in turn 6 shooting. We're gonna try something a little nuts. So one thing we realized, I should not have been able to overeat the Thor, so we've removed that and figured I've taken 2 turns of penalty. Fair enough. Thor is gonna make shot at your bulldog over here. I am looking at 4 because I'm at medium range, and I need 5s to hit. So let's see what we've got with these 4 dice on your damage bulldog. Yeah, of course, everything hits.
Okay, so that's destroyed. My tanks are falling like tanks.
Here's where we're going to do a little bit of a gamble. Cauldron-born, we're going to split our fire into primary and secondary on each one of the bulldogs. So what that will do is crank us up to where we are going to shut down at the end of the turn. So the first set over here is going to need 8s to hit. I have 3 dice. Let's see what happens. Complete whiff. I think I'm in trouble. Secondary shot over to the other bulldog. I need 9s. Which I get 2 of them.
Okay, roll for a motive hit.
Let's see if I finally get a motive hit, John. 9.
9? You actually do. That is going to be 1 motive hit, and it's going to be -1 move, -1 TMP.
Alright, we're going to move fire from Timberwolf at both of the Scorpions, primary and secondary shot. I need a 5 and a 6. I am going to overheat by 1 point, so I'm going to fire 3 in here, 2 in here, so 3 at 5, 2 at 6. Let's see what I can get. So here's the first shot. Looking for 5s. 3 hits.
3 hits. That is going to be putting that tank into force withdraw. So what you need to do first is roll a motive hit.
7.
Nothing.
Just
Now
misses.
roll a critical hit.
Critical on a 10, that's a weapon.
That is a weapon hit. So it is now doubly in force withdraw due to the fact it has no weapons. Doesn't take much to disable a very, very, very light tank.
No, it really doesn't. Well, let's see if we can repeat that with the other one. 2 dice, looking for 6s. Oops. Well, I got it.
I'll roll it for you. There we
So
go.
that's 2 hits.
So that is going to be another motive hit.
Nope.
And that is nothing. So we're going to start by all these bulldogs shooting into your Cauldron-born at medium range. So they're 4, 6, 7. 7, and they do 2 damage at medium range. So let's see how much damage we can go. I mean, they're pretty much all in force withdraw. Motive hit. We're dead. So here we go. That's a crit.
Yeah.
And 2 damage. Let's see what the crit
What's
is.
the crit?
3. That's an engine
hit. That's going to hurt.
Okay, now the next one. That's a straight out miss.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one. Wow,
Also miss.
that's a really miss too. But you know what? We got that critical, that sweet,
Yeah,
sweet critical.
and I have this heat thing. So
You do have that heat thing. Not gonna lie. So moving over here, the Savannah Master is gonna shoot into your rear with 2 dice, and I need 6s. And I get 1.
Okay.
So now for the extreme range shots of these into that Mad Cat over there. It's extreme range. I stood still. All the stuff. I'm going to need 9s for both the PPC carriers into you. So here we go. Looking for 9. Barely miss.
Yeah.
And then the next one.
2 hits.
That's 2 hits.
Still have armor.
And now these little guys, because they're who they are and can't do anything else because Ken keeps moving them out of range so they can't shoot. Or now they don't have weapons. They've had a really poor life, actually. They're going to be spotting from my LRM, which is at extreme range, and with all the numbers doing what they do, we're looking for 10s, and we're lobbing, I believe, 2 dice at you for them. We are. So here we go, times 4. That's going to be a miss. And then number 2. That's 1 hit.
Got a hit.
And number 3 is a miss.
Yes.
And then we jump to number 4. That's a miss.
Yep. No, there's no more armor left on the Timberwolf.
Beautiful. We'll see if we can capitalize on that in the next turn, and that is all my shooting. Okay. We got shutdown mechs, we got tanks exploding. Let's see what round, the 7?
This is 7.
Round 7 has in store for initiative. 6, and then you literally bulldozed me over and still got initiative.
I still wound up getting initiative, John, because I needed it this turn.
Okay, so that is what? I move 2?
You will move 2 mechs, or 2 lances of stuff. I move 1. And then you'll move 3, and then I move my final one.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what we've got for movement on turn 7. Actually, you
I know, I don't
lost
get to
the
do this
initiative.
very often. So
You go first.
So what I did first is I dealt with most of my units that were in forced withdrawals. So my 2 Scorpion tanks fell back. This one's going to be off the board next turn. The other guy is just charging forward because he's a light tank and doesn't know what to do better. Then I moved my PPCs down this hill towards you because you keep backing up and I want to be in a better range bracket. And then I had to move everything else after that. So these tanks moved up to engage. My LRMs moved up so I can rain death. And Savannah kind of surrounded this thing and are going to just like swarm you like bees.
So on my end, the Mad Cat moved forward. We're going to try and split some fire and take some more items out. The Cauldronborn shut down, cooling off so that we can start shooting again next turn. And I got the Thor that's moved up, also looking to try and take out some more of your Bulldogs.
So we're going to start Scorpion for the first time in the entire game is going to be shooting. And I need 8s. So 4. Yep, 8s. Here we go. 1 shot. Hit.
Jeez. That's structural.
Ooh, crit chance. A 7, I believe, is...
That's an 8.
That's an 8.
That would be a weapon.
That's a weapon hit. Now we're going to shoot the PPCs at you. This is long range, so we get our 3 attacks. And I had to move, sadly. So we're 4, 7, 9s to hit you. So 2 sets of 3 looking for 9s. That's going to be nothing.
Close.
4, 1 hit, which is going to be another critical chance.
There's another critical chance.
4,
7 is a motive hit.
So now we're going to gang up on this Cauldronborn over here. We're going to start with the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are at medium range, so they get 2 dice. And you're shut down, so I get a -2 to hit. So 4 plus the 2 for range, so 6 -2. I'm looking for 4s on both of these.
Wow.
So first Bulldog, that's a crit chance and 2 damage.
Okay.
So here's the crit. An 11.
11 is an engine.
That's the second engine.
Second engine, so it's gone.
So, then the second Bulldog is going to shoot instead your Summoner. And it's going to be a 4, 6, 7, 8 for 2 dice. And that's going to be 2 hits.
First 2 hits on that.
I don't know if I have range. I have range on one of them to you. So that's going to be 1 dice, so 4 8s. For the Savannah Master in the back. For a miss. And now this little pesky guy is going to shoot you in the back, looking for 7s.
Nope.
No hits at all. So now we are left with the LRMs. So now this LRM is going to shoot with this guy being the spotter over at your Timberwolf. And I need, what did we say, 10s?
10s.
Here we go for 10s. You know what I would give for a tag? Or a narc? Holy cow. Here we go. Looking for 10s. Nothing. And then we're going to move over and we're going to do it with the second one. And that's going to be nothing as well. The third one. Nope.
Nope, close.
It was the 1 dice. The lowest dice was my pilot dice. And now the last one. Can I get 2 hits to kill ya? Nope.
No.
That's a full LRM. They clearly, the scout tank doesn't know where to be shooting.
No.
That's all my shots.
So let's start with the Mad Dog. We're going to fire at the Scorpion. This is my secondary shot. Now let's do the other one first, right? Primary first?
Yeah, primary first. That's
So-
the more exciting one anyway.
Yeah. Mad Dog. To our PPC friend, I'm looking for 6s. 2 dice, I'm splitting fire. 2 hits.
That puts me into force withdraw, so roll a motive hit first.
I'm not going to make it, we know that.
No.
7. Yeah.
Now roll for a crit.
9.
9
Weapon.
is a weapon hit. That's actually pretty good. Reduces my firepower significantly. And I'm in force withdraw.
Cool. Now, let's make that secondary against the Scorpion. 2 dice, I'm looking for 7s. 2 hits.
That what number Scorpion is that?
Number
4?
4.
That destroys that Scorpion.
Cool. Alright, here are my next shots. Again, I'm splitting fire, medium range, from the Summoner to both tanks. So I need to get 5s on both, actually, because you're not moving.
No, that tank is hurting.
So, let's start with the tank closest to me. Again, 2 dice, looking for 5s. And I get 2 hits.
Okay, roll a motive hit.
8.
8 is nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
You were closer that time than you have
Close.
ever gotten.
I tell you,
Well, technically, the other tank you've gotten a motive
I
hit
did
on.
get a motive hit on that one.
1 out of, like, I don't... This literally feels like what it happens when I roll in that campaign against your 1 mech.
Yeah.
When I riddled you and you had no armor anywhere.
Huh.
And I couldn't hit a critical for my life.
No, until you finally punch him in the... But anyway.
Yeah. Well, tanks can't punch, so I'm kind of out of luck.
Alright, so let's do 5s against the other tank that does have a motive hit. And that's 2 more hits.
2 more hits, so roll another motive hit and then a critical. Motive first.
Motive is 7, so nothing.
And then a critical.
And the critical for vehicle is a 10, so that's another weapon.
Yikes. And he's in force withdraw.
Cool.
And I think that does it for this round.
Yeah, so on to the next one.
Our field is filling with exploding tanks and these very strange alien-looking green mechs.
Omega Galaxy's not doing as well as one would hope, but that's okay.
That's why they're Omega, not Alpha.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and LRMs go Bush. So, okay. So let's roll up some initiative. Looking at the map, Ken and I were talking, and this will pretty much decide the game.
Yeah, that's kind of the agreement we got. So let's see what happens.
Into the tray.
You won.
Into the tray.
Doesn't even matter. I'll roll it for you.
Thank you. There we go.
I'm dead.
So let's start our movement.
All right, so I'm moving forward with the Timberwolf. I moved the Thor into the forest here, hoping to just give myself a little bit of cover and try and do something with these bulldogs.
So what I did is a tank retreated off the board, other Scorpion kept retreating, a PPC retreated, this guy charged forward because he's a brave tank pilot. My LRM stayed still, this guy retreated, this guy moved forward, so then I realized Ken did something that was really, really, really smart, and he moved into a forest, which hovercraft can't go into. So instead of getting a nice to hit on him, instead I have to shoot into his sides, which is nonsense.
I'm okay with that.
I still think I got you, but it's super annoying.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We've got the Timberwolf firing at the Schrek, then the, not the Savannah Master, but the Scorpion. So I'm looking for 6s on the Schrek and a 7, because it's a secondary shot, on the Scorpion. So I got 2 dice on the Schrek. Let's see what we got. Looking for 6s. I get 1 of them. Just missed on the second.
Oh, yes, you did. Roll a motive hit, and then roll a motive hit.
Motive hit is an 8, which is not enough.
And then roll a crit.
Let's see if we get the crit to blow it up. Nope. 5 is fire control. Alright, now we need a 7 on the Scorpion.
Oh, why, Ken? Why? It's dead.
Yeah,
It
it's
explodes in a beautiful fashion. You needed that the last time.
I needed that on the other one.
Oh, gosh.
Alright, well, at least I killed something. Ah, jeez. Alright, well, let's move over to the Thor. So what we're going to do with the Thor, I'm going to make 1 shot into the closest bulldog. It's at short range. I'm looking for 4s. I have 4 dice. If we get lucky...
4 dice on 4 for 4 damage to kill it.
It's a lot of 4s.
Yes, it is.
Alright, let's see what we get.
It's destiny.
I killed it.
But I would like to point out you didn't roll any 4s, so
I didn't
that's a
roll.
redo.
Oh. It's the one thing I killed, John.
Look at that. Your Thor has killed everything here.
Yeah.
It's on a roll. It's doing really good.
It's the only mech that you haven't really done anything with yet.
Yeah, well.
Speaking of,
Let's do this. So let's just do what we can over here. So Bulldog and all these little things into you. So I'm 4s plus close, 5 plus you, 7 plus forest, 8s. So we're going to roll 8 3 times and then a 3 attack into you. So here's the single damages. No, let's do the big damage first. 3 damage of 8 into you from the Bulldog that just blew up in spectacular fashion. For 2 hits.
2 hits. Okay.
And then we're going to plink ya with tons of little tiny damage from the bees. First one, miss. Second one, miss. There's the 4. Third one, hit.
Okay.
That's what I got on that side. So we're going to jump over to the other side and determine where we need to put the LRMs. So we're going to start with some PPCs. This guy's going to shoot. He has got a weapon hit, so he's only rolling 2 instead of 3 PPCs against you. He is 4 plus long range, which is now 7 plus you, looking for 9s. For misses.
Nothing.
So now this PPC carrier is going to shoot 3 damage into you. 4 plus medium, 6 plus you. Looking for 8s. And that's going to be 1 point of damage.
Alright, so roll for the crit.
7.
Nothing. No, that's a motive hit.
That's a second motive hit.
Second motive hit.
So what that does mean, though, is now this scout tank is going to be spotting you, and we're going to be shooting you with LRMs. And this should be a decently juicy target. So that's going to be at long range. 9s on 3 dice to get 1 point of damage. Here we go. That's a 9.
There is 1, and that actually takes out the Mad Cat.
Now for the rest of the LRMs. This guy is going to be spotting you. So technically you have a forest. So we're going to be looking at 10s.
Okay.
So 10s with 3 guys, and how much health do you have left on that guy?
So 5 total hits left.
Oof, that's pushing it unless I get tons of crits.
We're going to see.
Here we go. Looking for 10s.
Nope.
Second guy, looking for 10s still.
Nope.
Oh, that was close. Last guy, looking for 10s. Come on, 10s. Nope. And that is it for my shooting phase. So that means you have 1 mech left.
Yes. And you've got 4 lances and stuff left?
Yes.
Turn 9.
Turn 9, you have 1 mech against a swarm of Vs and LRMs. So, clan don't retreat.
No,
So, let's see if I can win initiative.
You will. Yeah, you totally will. Again.
Initiative has not been kind to you this game.
No, it really hasn't been.
Neither have my LRMs.
No, your LRM's and my initiative. Alright, so I guess I gotta move first. So here's what I did. I couldn't stay in the forest. If I stay in the forest, you were just going to eat me alive and I wouldn't be able to hit anything. So I had to move out of the forest to try and chase down the bulldog, which is, well, John, you're behind me now.
So for me, force retreat, move, stand still, force retreat, and then get behind you. So let's do this. This is going to be hopefully the last turn rolling, unless I completely fail.
Yes, well, I'm not retreating, so there we go. So, from the Thor to the bulldog, it's a medium range shot. I need 4s. So I have 4 dice to roll 4s, and how many hits do I need to do?
You need 2 hits to kill it.
Alright, so let's see what we can do.
It's dead.
It's dead.
It's very dead.
It's very dead.
Boom. Okay, so, and then I get to shoot you.
Now you get to shoot me.
Swarm of bees into your rear, rolling 2 dice, needing 7s. Here we go. 1 hit.
Okay. That's my last freebie.
No crit on that?
Nope.
Okay. The next one. 1 hit.
That gets a crit.
Here we go. 4.
Is fire control. Ouch.
Last one. For 1.
For 1. And another crit.
8, I think, is nothing.
It's a weapon hit.
Ooh, a weapon hit? So fire control and a weapon hit.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
Leaving you with how much?
2.
So this bulldog, instead of attacking with my 1 dice, I'm going to choose to spot you so my LRMs can finish you off. I need 10s, and I stood still, so 9s. So here we go. 4 sets of 9s to get 1 point of damage.
2.
2 points of damage. That's 1 point of damage.
That's 1. You roll your crit.
Oh, Oh, what a way to end the game.
Yeah, of course. You kill it when it needs like one hit left, John.
I know. It is what it is.
All right, that is a destroyed summoner.
We don't even know what these... You know what? This is going to be one... We need to now build like a pirate group of...
Tanks?
Tanks with like weird patched together clan OmniMechs that are going to raid the inner sphere. So we're going to do some sweeping views of the battlefield and then go to our discussion.
All right, so there's Alpha Strike. Tanks versus OmniMechs.
Yeah. I didn't actually expect to win. And then over at Death From Above, Aaron is always talking about how the Savannah Masters are like the most broken thing that he hates in the entire game.
I'm 100% agreeing with him.
I do too. Like, honestly, they're extremely difficult to hit. They zip around, and something that I've always hated about Alpha Strike is I think getting behind someone should give you a plus or minus to your die roll to hit instead of an additional die. Because I'm taking these little tiny tanks, zipping them around, just like, here's 2 hits, here's 2 more hits, here's 2 hits, and they just eat you like a bee. And it doesn't necessarily...
They moved across the board remarkably fast. Now, that's fine, but relative to the rest of your tanks, where you're moving 3-4 inches at a time, these suckers are moving 20.
Yeah,
and
running, sprinting for 20.
It was insanely fast, and then when you would move them a smidge, you got the full 4 points of TMM, and it didn't make it worth shooting at them because I couldn't hit them.
No, but so like if I could redo this list, I think I could do it with way less points, bring more LRMs, because that's really what did all of my heavy lifting.
That's true.
And then another lance of Savannah Masters just to zip in and out.
And initiative being in your you getting initiative virtually every single round helped.
Yes, it did.
Because I had no good placement. Here's a couple interesting things. First, let's talk the score. So again, we had to modify it a little bit. 9.5 points for me to 20 for you.
Correct.
So that tells a story that I got completely demolished, but it doesn't. And here's why. When you take a look at the overall amount of hits to kill everything on your force, you had 84 total points of health.
Yes.
I had 45, so John already had almost twice as much health. I did more damage throughout the entire game. I did 48 total points of damage versus your 39. Now, granted, there's a couple crits there that helped.
Yes, they did. That headshot.
Yeah, well...
what a way to end.
It is what it is. But again, we actually surprisingly were fairly evenly matched, which I think was expected. I think what really flipped the tables were the LRMs and the spotting, because they did a lot of damage to an extent. That's what took down the vulture at the beginning.
Yeah, it completely killed the vulture just from spotting and Hail Marying, honestly.
Pretty much, yeah.
So at that point, I was just playing the odds of, can I get criticals and 11s? And eventually you throw enough dice, you're going to get 12s and 11s to do damage and crit something out.
Kind of like at the very end, but, you know.
Yeah.
Always good to roll on a 12 to end a game, I think.
I think your last shot was a 12 too.
I think it was.
Right? To kill...
yeah.
One of your last shots
was a 12. One of the last
12.
shots, I killed like the one thing that needed one hit. And
you
geez.
really got it.
That was one of your scorpions. That's actually kind of funny, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
So, there was a point in the game that we stopped and we were having just a discussion about, so I was leveraging the fact that I had more bodies.
Yeah.
And then there was a point that we started talking about what you could leverage as a clan with way better pilots, better damage output, is instead of just shooting one thing
To try and kill it.
to try to kill it,
Right.
if you actually split your fire, and because we're playing with force withdraw rules, it's better to just put something into force withdraw and try to tag as many things as possible, because then you have the chance to motive hit.
Right.
And as soon as you started splitting fire, my tank started going up like crazy.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting for me. So a couple things. One, I got one motive hit the entire game.
There's technically two. It's against the same tank,
right.
and then it blew up.
But yeah, as soon as I started splitting fire, everything changed. Now, interestingly enough, I play a lot more BattleTech than I do Alpha Strike. That would not have worked in a BattleTech
No, absolutely
game.
not.
It would have just been the worst possible decision to make, which is why I didn't initially do that. But yeah, as soon as I started hitting them, and now your tanks are withdrawing 2, 3, 4 inches at a time, now I'm actually able to do something, move up, and start hitting them harder. And yeah, I think if we were going to play this again, you would see a lot more split fire across all of our mechs.
Well, your mechs. I have
Well,
no
my
mechs.
mechs. Yeah, you don't have any mechs. You're all tanks.
I am all tanks. Yeah, LRM's won that, though, for me,
Yeah.
with the Savannah. Everything else is just in the way.
Yeah, pretty much. They were the slowest moving unit you had, I think. Maybe the Shreks were a little bit
The Shreks and them are the same. They barely move.
slowest moving, did the most damage.
Correct.
So, a lot of dice. Kind of interesting, but that's Alpha Strike for you.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. We're going to continue. Clearly, Clan Jade Falcon has to figure out what they're doing as a Crusader clan when they're losing against pirate tanks. So they may sneak preview go against an arch rival to see if they are allowed to attack again into the inner sphere. Coming soon.
Well, more on that to be sure. Until then, though, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Check us out on Facebook, Discord, Twitter.
You name it, we got it.
Yeah,
In the links
it's in
below.
the links below.
Also, go check out Death From Above Wargaming. Link below as well. On their channel, they have a bunch of Alpha Strike, BattleTech, everything BattleTech, and because it's so much fun. And then on their website, you have tons of player aids, which we do, and their own custom rules to do the damage the way we were running it and things. So go check them out, and thanks again for them for letting us use their system.
All right, until then, I'm Ken,
I'm John.
and you've been watching Ion Radio.